It's been a hot minute since we've done any serious kind of work on this thing, and we definitely have a lot of work ahead of us to fix the biggest mistake I made when building this beast. So no more messing around, let's jump right into it.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Just a quick update on the Ford. Turns out I burned something on the ECU with my very professional wiring skills. So we had to send that ECU away to get fixed. Then I have the M104 turbo exhaust just over here, because you already know that's one of the first things that's going to be on this car, or that's going to change on this car, is I want to hear it, you know. But let's get back to work on the Benz. As you already saw, we got everything drained, removed and disconnected that needs to be disconnected for this engine to come out again. The most difficult part of that was probably getting the shifter, bracket and everything out of there, getting to this pin, and then this I just use so I just have this bolt going through there. Getting all of that out of there is just kind of a pain. It's on top of the gearbox, so you can't really see in there, so you kind of have to feel your way around it. So here you can see where I shortened it before, so we're going to be shortening it again. You'll understand here in a second. And then this is the drive shaft, or half of the drive shaft. The other one is just over there. So here's the cut they made before, and if I remember correctly, they took 25 millimeters out of it. So yeah, that's going to be shortened again. So just before I get the engine out of here, I just want to show you guys a couple of things and kind of what the plan is. I put a lot of thought into this, but you never know how things are going to happen. So I'm just going to do it, quickly explain to you what I want to do now, and then just get started and we'll see how it goes. There's always a couple of surprises along the way, but the whole idea is to get new engine mounts made for the engine so that the engine actually fits in the car. Close this up and let me show you over here. The engine needs to go down 45 millimeters, and then we don't have to have this hole over here. The engine will sit under the hood. I'm 90% sure I will be able to do that. And then I also want to move the engine back as far as I can. That turns out it's going to be around 25 millimeters, because when you look over here, this is going to be an issue. The oil filter housing is going to start hitting the firewall, but I did make some marks on this to cut a piece out, and then also down there, I don't think you'll be able to see it. The oil feed line is just over there. You can't see it on camera, but I might need to cut a piece out over there as well, just so we can get the oil feed for the turbo connected over there and be able to reach it. Like I said, new mounts so that the engine goes down and back a bit. And then what I want to get into in this video is changing up the oil pan. So because we're going to go down with the engine, we'll need to change the oil pan a bit, otherwise it's going to be dragging on the ground. Just a couple of small changes, but it does take a lot of time and it's actually a lot of work. So let's just get into it, get this engine out of here and get started. And just like that, we have the car outside with the engine sitting over here. I might not know much about cars, but I do know my way around this one. Before we remove the oil pan from the engine and start changing things, I do want to give everything a clean. So we're going to start off with the car, get the engine bay nice and clean, and then wash it outside as well and get it under the cover, because that black paint gets so hot you can cook an egg on it. You guys know what I'm going to be using, my very own engine cleaner. So I've just got a 50-50 water mix and engine cleaner in the spray bottle just to make it easier, and then I have a little brush that I can agitate some of the tougher dirt with. I'm pretty excited to see how the engine bay cleans up, so let's get into it. Just like I thought, that engine bay cleaned up so good. I also got the whole car just sprayed off and wiped off so that I can get it under the cover so that the sun doesn't burn the hell out of it. And then we have the engine over here. Already got the valve cover off, gave that a clean. The head is still clean, and then we'll just go from the head down, give it a clean. I will probably repaint this once I get the engine back in the car and we had the first start up, so I can retorque the head bolts. It's really filthy. So let's start cleaning it up, and then we can remove the oil pan so that we can start making changes to it. And once I get to that, I'll show you what my idea is. Hopefully we don't have to rebuild the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure I have a solid plan for it. At last, for now, we're done with the cleaning, so we're gonna step over here. I just pushed my workbench over here, so I have a little more space to move around and work with. And then we have the oil pan over here. So I already made some marks. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Made some marks of what I want to remove. So I'm gonna take 40 millimeters out of the front and then about 10 millimeters at the back. At a slope, it'll still have like the fall for the oil to go that way to the oil pump. What I'm taking away over there, I'm gonna add a little square in here. So this little angle won't be there anymore. It'll be a square box like that. Not 100% sure this is gonna work, but let's start cutting and see how it goes. how long these things take to do, but we made some huge progress. The last thing I got welded onto the oil pan is the turbo drain line fitting, and then I already went ahead and got the oil pan back on the engine. Doesn't look the best, but I'm sure it's going to work perfect. I also tested the capacity, so I took 7 liters of just water and poured it in when the oil pan was still off. The M104 engine takes 7.5 liters, so that's going to be perfect. Along with changing the oil pan, I still need to do the mounts. I guess that's going to be next. I have to get the car back in here and then figure that out. And then the drive shaft as well as the gear shifter, a lot of things need to change, but for now we've got the ECU back. I really want to get that Ford up and running and see how that works out. I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and then I'll see you in the next one.
Be ruthless.